As I glanced down at my wrist, I couldn't help but feel a sense of anticipation. The sleek, premium design of the Galaxy Watch 7 had captured my attention, and I knew this was going to be a game changer in my daily routine. Hi there, my name is Ryan, and I'm excited to share my experience with the Galaxy Watch 7. As someone who values a healthy lifestyle, I was looking for a smartwatch that would provide me with advanced health and fitness tracking features I needed. You see, maintaining a balanced lifestyle is important to me. I need a watch that can accurately track my sleep, heart rate, and stress levels to assure I'm operating at my best. Getting a good night's sleep and keeping my energy levels up are crucial, as I can't afford to be less than 80% on any given day. That's why the Galaxy Watch 7 caught my eyes. It promised to deliver the comprehensive health feature I was looking for. As I started researching the Galaxy Watch 7, I was immediately drawn to its impressive list of features. The big, vibrant display, smooth user interface, and premium build quality all stood out to me. But what really caught my attention were the new health tracking features like the energy score and AGE index. The energy score in particular seemed like a game changer. I love the idea of having a single, at-a-glance metric that could give me a sense of my overall energy levels and readiness for the day. As someone who values maintaining a healthy lifestyle, having this kind of real-time insight would be invaluable. I was used to seeing a more dynamic, fluid energy score on my previous smartwatch, one that would fluctuate throughout the day based on my activity and stress levels. The prospect of having that kind of detailed contextual information right on my wrist was incredibly appealing. The AGE index, which measures advanced glycation end products, also sounded fascinating. As we get older, these harmful compounds can build up in our bodies, contributing to various age-related health issues. I was eager to see how this metabolic health indicator would reflect my daily habits and routines. If the AGE index shows elevated levels, it could be a wake-up call for many people to make some adjustments to their diet and lifestyle. Beyond these features, the Galaxy Watch 7's comprehensive suite of health and fitness tracking tools really caught my attention. The sleep monitoring, heart rate tracking, and stress management capabilities all align perfectly with my priorities. I'm someone who needs to be operating at my best, so having a smartwatch that could provide me with detailed insights into these crucial areas was a major selling point. When the Galaxy Watch 7 finally arrived, I was eager to put it through its paces. The first thing I noticed was the sleek, premium design. The watch felt substantial on my wrist, and it was still comfortable to wear it throughout the day. The large, vibrant display was easy to use, and the smooth, responsive user interface made navigating the various features a breeze. As I started incorporating the Watch 7 into my daily routine, I was immediately impressed by the depth of its health and fitness tracking capabilities. The sleep monitoring in particular was a feature I was excited to test out. I've always struggled with getting enough quality sleep, and I was hopeful that the watch's advanced sensors could give me a better picture of my sleep patterns and help me identify areas for improvement. But I soon got frustrated with the sleep tracking. If I wasn't moving around before falling asleep, like reading a book or using my phone, the watch would often think I'd already fallen asleep, resulting in inflated sleep scores. This was a bit of a letdown, as I was really counting on the watch to provide me with accurate understanding of my sleep quality. Despite this initial hiccup, I continued to explore the other features of the Galaxy Watch 7. The heart rate monitoring and stress management tools were particularly useful. I loved being able to quickly glance at my heart rate throughout the day and see how it fluctuated with my activity levels and stress levels. The stress management feature, which uses heart rate variability or HRV data, was also a standout, providing me with valuable insights into my overall well-being. But one of the features I was most excited about was the new energy score. I was eager to see how this metric would fluctuate throughout the day and how it would correlate with my energy levels and productivity. Unfortunately, I found the energy score to be a bit static and not as dynamic as I'd hoped. Instead of a fluid real-time energy score that would change based on my activity and stress levels, I was presented with a single, one-time value in the morning. This just didn't provide the same level of insight and context that I was used to from my previous smartwatch. The lack of a more dynamic energy score was a real disappointment for me. I had envisioned being able to use this feature to better manage my energy throughout the day, making adjustments to my schedule and activities as needed. The static nature of the score felt like a missed opportunity, and it left me wishing the Galaxy Watch 7 had a more sophisticated, adaptive energy tracking system. As I continued using the Galaxy Watch 7 day to day, there were a few moments that really highlighted both the strengths and limitations of its health tracking features. One area that stood out was the HRV data and its impact on the stress management tools. I've always been interested in tracking my HRV as it's a valuable indicator of my overall well-being. But I quickly noticed that the HRV values reported by the Galaxy Watch 7 seemed much higher than what I was used to seeing on other devices. Despite my healthy lifestyle and habits, the watch was consistently showing me astronomical HRV values that just didn't seem accurate. You might ask, isn't a higher HRV better? And to that I would say, it's the consistency, not a single value, that matters the most. And since there are different methods of measuring HRV, it also highly depends on the type of HRV that Samsung calculates and frankly hasn't shared with me. This inconsistency in the HRV data made me become skeptical of the watch's ability to provide reliable insights into my stress levels. I found myself questioning the algorithms used by Samsung to calculate this metric, and I wasn't sure how much I could trust the stress management and the energy score features that relied on this data. Another area of concern was the AGE index, which measures advanced glycation end products. As someone who tries to maintain a healthy lifestyle, I was surprised to see that my AGE levels were higher than I would have expected. This left me wondering about the accuracy and reliability of this particular health indicator. But since as of now this feature is still in beta, I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. And just as you'd think this couldn't get any worse, I experienced the peak of my frustration when this happened. Despite wearing the watch for many days, I couldn't activate the sleep coach to get better insights, since according to the Samsung Health app, I still needed to wear it at night for a couple more nights, and this repeated forever. Despite these challenges, there were still moments when the Galaxy Watch 7 proved its value. The fact that you can make phone calls and send text messages with it. The fact that you can record spontaneous voice memos, gestures, and even many of the health and fitness tracking capabilities. As I reflect on my overall experience with the Galaxy Watch 7, I'm left with a mix of feelings. On one hand, the comprehensive health and fitness tracking features can provide me with a wealth of insights that can help me make more informed decisions about my lifestyle. But on the other hand, the inconsistencies and uncertainties around some of the more advanced metrics have been a source of frustration. The heart rate monitoring and energy score features have been particularly useful, allowing me to quickly gauge my physical and mental state throughout the day. But the issues with the HRV and AGE index data have left me questioning the reliability of these more complex health metrics. The sleep tracking, while not as accurate as I'd hoped, still has been a valuable tool in my daily routine. The detailed sleep analysis has given me a better understanding of my sleep patterns, even if the watch doesn't always perfectly detect when I've fallen asleep. Overall, the Galaxy Watch 7 has become a mixed bag in my experience. While it excels in some areas, the shortcomings in more advanced health features have left me feeling a bit let down. And surprisingly, battery life wasn't an issue for me. If you use the wireless charger that comes with it, it takes less than an hour and a half to charge from 20 to 100%, and if you have a 15 to 20 minute charging routine every morning or evening, you'll never run out of charge. If you're in the market for a smartwatch that could integrate with your lifestyle and provide comprehensive health tracking, the Galaxy Watch 7 is certainly worth considering. But be prepared to approach some of the more complex health metrics with a bit of skepticism and a willingness, if possible, to cross-reference the data with other reliable sources. Use the links in the description, and I'll see you in the next one.